Drew Smiley made it through 8 innings. He made it through 8 innings of a perfect game. And then it came to an end in heartbreaking fashion. The Chicago Cubs pitcher went to field what amounted to essentially a bunt. It wasn't a bunt. It was a ground ball that achieved the distance of a bunt. He went to field it, wheel, and turned to first. Weirdly, his catcher jumped on his back. I don't understand. I think he was going for the ball too. It seemed like he had plenty of time to pull up. He tries to pull up, jumps up in the air, lands on Smiley's back, knocking the ball out of his hands and ending the perfect game. To make it 8 innings and have it end that way. Heartbreak. Now, let me tell you something. I'm familiar with heartbreak. I don't think Dallas is in Cleveland territory, but man, between the Longhorns and the Cowboys and the Mavs and the Rangers, I have had my fair share. I thought I'd put together some of the most heartbreaking moments in sports. Here they are. At number 5, for posterity, for history, and for homerism, let us at least mention the Dallas Cowboys and Jackie Smith in the 1970 Super Bowl 13. The Dallas Cowboys are down 21-10 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Roger Staubach rolls right, sees Jackie Smith in the end zone, tight end, and throws the ball right at his numbers, right at the center of his jersey. Jackie Smith drops the ball. Cowboys kick a field goal, end up losing that game by 4 points. The difference between a field goal and a touchdown. Jackie Smith. At number 4, the New England Patriots on their way to not just a Super Bowl championship, but a perfect season. They're going to do it, and they should, because fate and kismet says, you're the best team, you should, right? But here's the thing. There's no such thing as fate and kismet. Doesn't exist. And so David Tyree catches the ball from Eli Manning off the top of his helmet. Converts, Giants go down, score, ruining the Super Bowl and the perfect season for New England Patriots. Sometimes heartbreaking moments aren't just from something bad happening, but something good happening for someone else. At number 3, Scott Norwood, Buffalo Bills, wide right. That Super Bowl against the New York Giants was the first of 4 losses in a row. Man, that's horrific for the Buffalo Bills. Norwood pulls that wide right. He becomes, Ray Finkel from Ace Ventura, becomes the real-life Ray Finkel. And he seemingly, although we don't believe in fate and kismet, sends the Bills on their path then to lose to the Redskins in the following year and to the Cowboys twice. There's nothing worse than getting there and losing it, and to do that 4 times in a row is not the cherry on top of wide right, but it's like as gut-wrenching as wide right was, Bills fans didn't know. That's a prelude. Wait till you read the novel. Number 2, Bill Buckner boots the ball. 1986. The Red Sox are cursed. They can't get back. They finally do get back. It was in extra innings, I believe. It was the 10th inning. Ball's hit down the first base line, a little off the first base line, goes to Bill Buckner playing first base. It goes right between his legs. Game goes on to I believe it was the 11th inning. Red Sox lose. They end up losing the series, don't make it to the World Series, and the curse continues until the Theo Epstein Red Sox some 20-odd years later. Number 1, because, at least for this conversation today, it's most akin to what happened to Drew Smiley. Armando Galarraga in the perfect game that wasn't. The imperfect game. The 28-out perfect game. Galarraga pitched a perfect game for 26 outs. And then he pitched a perfect game, but it was taken away. First base umpire Jim Joyce ruled that Jason Donald had reached first base safely when he was clearly out. With that, he ended Galarraga's perfect game. Although Galarraga was perfect, it was Joyce who was imperfect. Galarraga went on to get the next out. A one-hit game. 28 outs, as people have said, because he got Donald out and then he had to get one more out. 28 outs. When asked after the game, by the way, Joyce, when he saw the replay of how he got in the call wrong, was in tears. Apologized to Galarraga. When the press asked Galarraga about this entire moment and his loss of the perfect game, you know his response was? Well, and they asked him about Joyce. Well, nobody's perfect. We need more like Armando Galarraga.